I like your pre-video recording studying. And then on the video, you sound so knowledgeable because you act like you know everything.
Because it's all fresh in my mind.
Because you just look it up. You're like a high school student who studies for the test just before the test, but that's all they do. And then
To pass the
to
test.
pass the test. And the only dudes in editing, I have to reduce the sound of the bumper, the Bourbon and Booze bumper, because I guess it's up really loud compared to the rest of it. Thanks for telling me.
I thought that was just normal for everybody, because everybody does it.
Yeah, that's true.
You're like, whoa! And then you turn. I thought that was just, you couldn't be on YouTube unless you did that.
Yeah.
Might be a rule. Maybe that's
It
why you
could
don't
be.
get very many subscribers.
You get banned if you,
If I don't. If it's not
you get a
really
mark against you.
You're not following guidelines of YouTube. Must blare bumper.
It's not loud enough.
It's not loud enough. Cheers.
Welcome, welcome,
How are you
everybody.
today?
I'm good.
So we're back for another whiskey. We did some gins for a while and other things, but we got a whiskey now. And we have Leopold Brothers. It's an American small batch whiskey. This is barrel 808, so it must be important. And this is 43%, which would be 86 proof. And we've tried this before, remember?
No, because the sound quality was so bad.
Okay.
I can't remember.
We blocked it out. So this was the last bottle we did when we discovered we had a really bad sound issue. Something was going on because we did, I think, 3 or 4 episodes that day. And so this is the last one we're going to do. And this is episode 49. Somebody's given me, what, 7 episodes? Wow, those were the Wednesday episodes too.
Still 7 episodes.
This is episode 49. So our next episode that we do should be something spectacular. So I'm pretty sure we have a bounce house and some
Does it involve
margarita machines,
funnels
and
and
funnels and kegs, right?
scantily clad women?
No.
What?
No.
Swedish
No.
bikini
No.
team?
No. Go back to the 60s and 70s when that was okay. No.
We don't have
Bounce houses.
bounce houses.
Maybe a
And ball
frozen
house.
margarita machine.
What t-shirt on?
It's not okay. Oh my God.
Think and dream, Kenny.
This is a kid's show. I mean, a family show.
A
And
kid's
you're
show.
ruining it.
Yeah, this is what you should show your kindergartners.
No.
Kid show.
Yeah, you should show your kindergarten. See that guy right there? Right there?
You don't want to
Avoid
end up,
him.
You don't want to end up like him. You don't want to get in his class either.
All right, so let's look at Leopold Brothers. It's a corn and rye batch. It's got some vanilla, pear, and raspberry flavor to it. And we bought this in Denver, I believe.
Yeah, when we were up there for the old man's birthday.
And it was $35. So $35 is going to make it a 2-barrel, right? A 2-barrel. I noticed you did some research.
Yeah, you got it
Anything
right.
to add?
No, they do a small batch copper pot still, which I keep forgetting what that is, but
It's copper, it's a pot, and it's a still. And it adds kind of like a flavor to it that the still, S-T-E-L, stills don't do. That's why it's preferred for copper. And I think it heats differently.
yeah. And I say this, it's pre-prohibition standard of 98 proof,
but it's not 98 proof.
I think they cut it to,
They probably still it to 98, and then once it's in the barrel and everything, and you get all that kind of evaporation, and then they cut it down to 86.
I think there's some sort of legal thing where it's like the tax stamp is cheaper if you're not like.
Well, I don't know. I think that most proofs are done mostly to meet flavor standards and just to be able to. I mean, the higher the proof, the more bite, the more tannins you're getting and everything. I hate dogs. I love dogs. I love dogs. I just don't like dogs in my house. All right, so let's look at aroma. And I think it's got a really pleasant aroma.
Yeah, it smells good. You can smell the it says pear.
It says pear. Now, one of the things that we commented about in the bad video, it still holds true. It also smells to me kind of like turpentine.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's got this kind of a turpentine odor to it. And when we were doing this the first time, we had been painting the house and we'd just done the floors, so we'd been using some varnish and stuff, and we thought maybe that might be it. But I'm still getting that turpentine.
The thing
aroma.
is like I haven't reviewed the old video and remember what I said, but I think I might have said it on that one and stuff. It's got that kind of grappa.
Yeah, it's got a grappa smell to it.
It's like a prune or something, a grappa.
So it does have a grappa smell to it.
Yeah. It's that,
but if I remember right, it's not a grappa flavor, but it's got a grappa smell. And I'm glad you brought that up because turpentine probably makes it sound like it tastes nasty.
Yeah.
Which, by all means, it doesn't.
I don't think it's an unpleasant smell.
It's not one that I would enjoy. And so I would place this as a 3, a mild, because it's not a light or pleasant smell to me, aroma to me. But of course, it's not pungent or nasty either. It's just I don't like that aroma of grappa.
Yeah.
Or turpentine.
And I noticed that I gave it a 3.5 last time.
You gave it 3, and you want to stay with that?
Yeah, because I think it's like it doesn't smell unpleasant at all. It's kind of
well, it's not unpleasant. It's just not pleasant.
I would say it's.
Now Leopold makes a bourbon, and I'd really like to try that and see if it's the same.
They do the vodka too, or the gin.
Right. And I also know that what you get out of a barrel varies from one barrel to the next, and even from the beginning of the barrel to the end of the barrel. So it's quite possibly that batch 808 wasn't the best
And the
batch.
thing is, it's kind of like a new distillery, so they're probably still like tinkering and trying to.
Have y'all even gotten to flavor yet?
No.
Maybe you should get to flavor first.
So if I would have to say if we were distilling and stuff, and this was like one of our first batches, I would.
Okay, so we're back. We had a small near catastrophe. The dogs took out one of the lights, and we got it fixed.
Almost completely took it out too, because
Almost
it almost hit
completely
the
took it
fan.
out. Yeah. So we left off with it's a new distillery, and we have to try to figure out. I don't know if it's just their new flavor or if it's just a batch issue.
It tastes fishy.
And I was saying that if we started distilling and this was like one of our first ones, I would be pretty happy with it.
Oh, yeah. So flavor. It's got a really silky flavor to me. It
It's
just kind of...
kind of a little bit of a bold flavor. Like it.
Yeah.
It
Not like a bold bite. It's a bold flavor.
It hits your mouth and it's like, yeah, it's not.
So our choices here are 5 is a rich, 4 is a pleasant, 3 is a moderate, 2 is bitter but palpable, 1 is very alcohol. And when we did this a few weeks ago when we were having the sound issue, I gave it a 3.5 between a moderate and a pleasant, and I'm going to go ahead and keep it there. Because it is got a silky kind of bold flavor, but it's not quite pleasant on our scale.
Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at what I gave it. I gave it a 4.
Mm-hmm.
And I think because it's just it kind of hits you, but not really in a bad way. There's a whole bunch going on in there, and I can't really.
If I come home for the day and I just want to have a drink, I don't think this would be my choice. I would have to say one day, like, you know what? I think I want a Leopold. That's where I'm going to drink this because of the flavor and the.
There's a boldness, and I might revise that to a 3.5.
Okay.
For a second run, it's like, but it's very unique.
So in the scope of things, this was one of the last whiskeys we did that last day of recording.
Mm-hmm.
The last alcohols we did. So we'd had like 4 or 5 different samples before over the course of the recording period. So obviously things had probably been altered a little bit by what we had. Where today, this is the only thing we've had.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me rephrase that. This is the only thing I've had. I've had some coffee and a lemonade and a lot of water.
A beer.
Is that a beer? And
Jesus.
probably a 5th of vodka.
I don't know what was in it. It's that thing you put in your arm and you walk around. I don't remember what I put in it.
Okay, so we're going to go with a 3.5, a 3.5 on flavor, moderate to pleasant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are at a 3 to 3.5 on aroma. I did 3, you did 3.5. And it's a 2 on cost. Bite. Neither one of us gave it a very hard bite. We said it was a 2, sharp. Or we gave it a hard bite. We said it was a 2, a sharp. And I think I might revise that. Because it's not that big of a bite.
It's a little bit.
A little bit. But the big issue, it doesn't linger.
No, it's like.
So
it's right when you first get it, right on the tip of your tongue and stuff. But it's not. There's not sharp going down the back of your tongue or anything. Just right up front, it's a little.
Right. So I think I would revise this to a 3, a medium bite.
And I think.
Is that what you have?
I actually gave it a 3.
So this would be 11.5 for me, which is going to be a 3 barrel, and this will be a.
And I took it down a notch on
11.5 for you.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a 11.5. This will be a 3 barrel, an upgrade by a quarter barrel from our last time. And I truly think that the big difference, or the big issue with Leopold, the big difference is it's not our last sample, it's our first. But the big issue with Leopold I'm having is the aroma. It turns me off. And so I'd be interesting to know if this is unique with this batch or with just this blend.
I'm at like. It doesn't turn me off. I smell it and I'm not like, oh, this is fantastic. I'm more like, this is different.
See, and I guess turn me off is a bad word. It smells like grappa, and I don't like grappa.
I'm kind of like, it's different. It's not bad. It's not something that I say, oh yeah, this is like when I do like a scotch and I'm like, oh, this is great.
I would definitely drink this over ice, and I think it would mellow everything.
Yeah. I think it's very unique.
Yep. And I would definitely have it
And I'm-
again. If I was in a bar and they had it, I probably would try it just to see if it's something else. And I want to really try their bourbon. We didn't pick up their bourbon, but I'd really like to try their bourbon. And they have actually a whole flavor production line. So they have some apple and cinnamon
Yeah,
and
they
all
got
sorts of
the
stuff.
other-
They got a ton of stuff. But this was the American whiskey, the small batch whiskey, which is what we were looking for. Now, the one thing that we haven't discussed is Cody's interpretation, because he didn't partake in this last time. I think he was at his end of alcohol, or he was going to go drink with friends, or
He was going somewhere, I think.
Was driving later.
oh, he's driving later, so he didn't get any. This is his first go at it. What do you think?
You know, it's been a while since I've been, but it vaguely smells and tastes of like the Asian market.
It smells and tastes like the Asian market.
It's been a while since I've been to the one near us, but like
This
the
is
fish
Asian
market,
whiskey.
and maybe with the teas and stuff. I don't know, but just that's the memory it triggers in my brain.
I
Okay,
don't-
so it gives you a memory trigger. So, but is that a pleasant memory or not pleasant memory?
It's vaguely fishy.
Oh, okay.
I
Not-
love the Asian market.
I know.
so-
I was like, where are we
It's
going
like
with this?
fishy, like a fish market mixed with
Whiskey?
like spices and stuff
Yeah,
from
I-
there.
Oh, okay. So it's not a really pleasant spice batch for you.
I do not like this one at all because it gives me a vaguely very fishy or fish tank smell.
It's the aroma or is it the taste?
Both.
Okay.
They both taste the same to me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can taste the aroma in the.
And I
taste
can
it.
too, but it doesn't taste like grappa to me.
It,
Yeah,
and that's my
grappa
trigger.
is similar, but that's also probably the same thing with grappa. It just
I don't
It smells like a
get that, but I can
fish market, fish
understand
tank.
that whole like association with
But
something.
in our defense, we haven't ruined our taste buds and nose from years and years of alcohol.
There was only one thing, that one incident.
All right.
what incident?
Well, actually,
That's another video.
there was two, but no, I don't know. I'm like, I don't think I would buy this myself, but if somebody gave it to me for like a birthday present or something, I would not be disappointed. I'd be like, oh, cool.
Well, I am curious about a couple things. What do their other flavors taste like? What do their bourbon taste like? And I'm also curious if batch number 809 is different.
Yeah.
That's my curiosity. And so if a bar has this on their shelf, I might get a glass just to see.
And the thing is, it's like batch 808. How many batches? Or that's the batch, the barrel batch.
I think that's the barrel batch.
So.
No.
Yeah, I mean they've.
The batch. They do multiple barrels because they can't just bottle one barrel and sell it. So it's probably a batch of.
No, I think
Distilling.
that's the barrel.
That says distilling.
say
I
barrel.
think.
Yeah.
It says batch.
Because
I don't know.
if you distill, say, 100 gallons, and you put 50 in one barrel and 50 in another, when you bottle that, you're still going to have a great possibility of two different flavors.
Yeah.
But that's why
And
they
so that's what the
mix
batches
the
are.
barrels.
They what?
They empty the barrels into a single tank to combine the flavors of the entire batch.
Sometimes.
I just figured since it says
Yeah, because
batch and
they
not
also
barrel.
got the single barrel
because
stuff.
if
I know. Maybe if you are associated with Leopold Brothers or much more knowledgeable than us, you can post in the comments below and let us know how this is done. And if you're with Leopold Brothers, let us know about whether we're right. Does this have that unique aroma that's different than other whiskeys that's to us more like grappa or whatever? Or is this an anomaly with Leopold Brothers? But otherwise, make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Check out the blog and Twitter. And remember, there's no bad whiskey. There's only good whiskey and great whiskey. Anything else? I know. I'm tired. Cheers.
All right. Laters.
Bye.
I don't know. I'm kind of like, I'm fascinated by it.